What's up everybody, it's your girl Amari back here with another video. I am under the weather, but I wanted to push through and do this because me being sick kind of inspired me. Because you think about like when you grow up in a black household especially, and you come home with any type of illness, like it's always the same response: Mom, my head hurts, go lay down. My stomach hurts, drink some Sprite, go lay down. Also not sound medical advice. Everything is always drink some tea, go lay down, take Robitussin. Like these are like these Twitter things that we joke about and laugh at, but it's legit real life growing up in black and brown households. There's like this monotonous answer that is supposed to blanket all problems, and if parents are acclimated to doing this for physical illnesses, imagine how children growing up with mental health challenges and mental illnesses feel when their parents completely disregard their illness as a myth or not real. How many times have we heard like, oh, you too young to be stressed out, you didn't go through anything to be depressed, or things that are really hurtful and invalidating. Today I just want to talk about some words of encouragement. I'm not even going to call them tips, but I just have excuse me, I just have 7 things outlined that I think are important to keep in mind, especially if you are still living at home with your parents. Like, this time in your life can be very detrimental and can like push you further into that rabbit hole. So yeah, I'm gonna get right into it. So the first thing that I want to say, and this is probably the most discouraging thing that I'll say all video, they may never understand. They may never come to a place where they recognize your mental illness as valid. They may never accept that you take medication. They may never accept that you may go to therapy. I consider myself a realist, not so much on the edge of an optimist, but like that's life. Like everybody, that doesn't just go for your parents, like immediate family, like outlier family, friends, co-workers, whomever you're in relationship with may never understand you as a person, and it is not your job to try to figure out 1001 ways to make yourself more visible. The right people in the intentional time will come in your path and will be those who are going to love you and love with you and grow with you and help you to elevate to new levels and support you and ask those essential questions. Excuse me. What can I do to help? Or what do you need from me? Things like that. Simple questions that we just don't ask, right? So just keep that in mind. Like, keep an open mind that this may never be a reality, that your parents or your guardians may come to like a realization that I have a loved one with a mental illness, and that is okay, and I'm prepared to help them through it. The second thing I think is helpful in my experience is to be open to having a family meeting. I closed a family meeting maybe 2 years ago now, and I literally it wasn't just me, I just like laid the opportunity on the table for my sibling and my parents to just say whatever's been bothering them. I took that opportunity to tell them why I went into the psych ward, why I didn't call them, why I didn't feel that that was even a bright idea for my own like mental health, which was already in shambles. Like, I just didn't feel a comfort level there. Reasons why I, basically moved the way that I moved. And, they got opportunities to, like, get things off their chest. Did I receive complete and total closure from that conversation? No. But I said what I had to say. And I always make this a mantra, those who know me, like, I said what I said. I'm really good after I said what I said. Like, there's no need to rehash anything. Just be open to that. It's helpful when you're able to, like, alleviate the burden off yourself with, like, concealing things that you really don't need to conceal. The third thing is to be transparent about your process. I believe the more that you involve them, the more that they have to pay attention. There were times that, you know, I knew that my mom would call me, and I would feel uncomfortable for a while because I would, like, maybe just be leaving my therapy session and I didn't want to answer the phone. But then I got out of the swing of that. I was just like, hey, I just left therapy. It was really good. Do you want to talk about it? Like, it is what it is. I can't negate a potent part of my life because you're insecure about it, or that you don't feel the best or know how to navigate those conversations. I'm still going to push it forward. Encourage them to ask, or, you know, sometimes I randomly will ask, you know, friends or family, like parents wise, like, is there anything that you want to know about something that's happened to me in the past that we've discussed? It's open, it's out there, but you didn't get clarity on? Because I just don't want, I don't like walking around on eggshells in my own home. While I don't live with my parents anymore, I like peace. I don't know about you, but I love me some peace. Like, peace and me have a wonderful, hot, romantic love affair, okay? Just try to be as transparent as possible, as you feel comfortable. Like, everybody, I have an understanding, everybody wasn't as comfortable talking about their struggles as early as I was, which I attribute completely to God, like, really breaking down those walls and letting me see the bigger picture, that there are other people out there that need to hear my story in this time frame. That's not everybody's testimony, but when you feel comfortable, just make sure that you're trying to involve those who are kind of isolating themselves. The fourth thing may be hard for those who are still living with their parents, one, or those who have the type of parents that are very authoritative in their opinions. Like, it's like, well, because I'm your parent, even if I'm ignorant, I'm right, which is not healthy. But there are parents and guardians out there like that. But the fourth thing I would say is tell them when you're invalidating your feelings. Young people, listen here. I'm saying that, and especially because I work with kids every day, I'm telling you, there is a very plausible, possible way to deliver a message that you are offended, that you are hurt, that you are in pain, that you don't agree. And this is for adults too, because we missed this Dr. Seuss lesson. There's a way to express your opinion in a way that's respectful. Let's run that back again. There's a way to express yourself that is respectful. You don't have to say, if your parents are invalidating your feelings, you don't have to say, well, come on, nah, that's why I don't even want to talk to you like that. Whatever, like, you sound dumb. Easy to say, but you can simply say, insert family member here. I hear what you're saying, but the way that you're delivering your message is making me feel like you didn't hear me completely, and I want the opportunity to maybe rephrase what I'm saying or better gauge where you're having a disconnect. Practice articulating yourself to advocate for yourself. That's so important. And that doesn't just have to go with parents. Do it for your friends. Again, every situation is not going to end as understandingly. Is that a word? Okay, I'm an English teacher, I should know. Every situation isn't going to end with as much empathy. Nonetheless, still practice articulating yourself so you're not sitting in this hurt boat that you put yourself into. You can't blame other people for offending you if you don't give them the opportunity to reform. Number 5, I would say keep an open mind when and if it starts clicking with them. Like, if they have this aha moment, like, okay, I'm slowly accepting that Labria is suffering. I hate that. Labria is experiencing these symptoms of X, Y, and Z. They may say some things that are offensive, and they don't know. They just don't know. And you can't take everything to heart. You know, I feel like that's my biggest lesson, is that when people are speaking from a place and they're reaching for a foundation, they're not on the foundation, right? It's just like the analogy of, like, if you're on a body of water and there are like rocks in the water that you can like step on to create a path to get to the other side. If you need help getting to the other side, you are not going to grab the hands of the person who's wobbling on one foot with one hand out. You're going to get that person who is standing on that rock solid and can carry your weight. You can't have the same expectations for those who don't have 2 feet on the ground. Your parents or guardians may not have 2 feet on the ground when it comes to mental health and mental illness. And respect that. Just be grateful that they are willing to learn and be open to it. They may say things that are offensive. They may use terms that they shouldn't use. They may compare your situation to like a YouTube video or like this article that they're reading or something they saw on TV, and it has nothing to do with you, but at least the gears are turning a little bit. This wasn't one of my points, but acknowledge when they are making an effort. Say thank you. Even when it's not your perfected idea of an effort, still show appreciation. The 6th thing is have a full understanding that nobody can replace your family, right? But there's nothing wrong with having chosen family. And chosen family can be in the form of friends. They can be in the form of people that you commune with in church or any type of service or whatever. Like, your chosen family can come from literally anywhere. There can be like distant blood family members that are like your chosen family that kind of elevate to these places. Because the fact of the matter is, we're not upset that our parents don't understand. We're upset because society teaches us to place roles for our own understanding. When our minds are like small and developing, we need to associate things with roles. And we create our own, because it's socially constructed, when we're putting our own roles to what a mother should be, what a father should be, what a sibling should be, what an uncle should be, what a cousin should be. These are all our personal ideas of what we need from other people. And we get offended when they're not meeting our criterion, but we're not expressing what we need either. So I think chosen family is a good opportunity for you to actually practice expressing what you need. I think the biggest part that holds you back from healing is not being honest with yourself. If you are still in a mode like, oh, well, this happened so long ago, so I should be over it, so I'm not going to address it anymore. No, don't let anybody put a timestamp on you, put a box around you. You do what's best for you. Because what? Act like you could like respond the way I wanted you to respond right now, but you guys aren't here. There is individuality in every shared experience. T-shirts coming soon. And the last thing I'd say is to continue to affirm the things that you love about yourself and that you're proud of. Because it's so much of an isolating experience when you're living in a house, or you're existing, you know, as your familial role, when you don't have support from those that you want support from. You don't hear the affirmations that you feel like you should be hearing from your loved ones. Every parent can't be DJ Khaled. we can't wake up in the morning and hear that we're amazing and awesome and a mogul and a CEO and we're the best to ever do it. I wish, but that's the power of kind of taking ownership of our process. We have the power to speak those words over ourselves to a point where we don't need mom and dad and sister and brother and whomever, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, fiance, husband. We don't need anybody to tell us that, to give us truth to stand on. So just remember, even those that have created life for you don't always speak life to you. Just put yourself in positions where you're able to speak life over yourself, so when you're, you know, kind of malnourished in that area of validation, you're still good. I hope that this video was helpful, and if you can resonate with any of these points, I want to hear your stories. Share your challenges, if any, with dealing with parents, or explaining to family members, even friends, like what have been your difficulties in maintaining healthy relationships since, you know, your diagnosis, or since you've been experiencing symptomology of whatever mental illness or challenge. So I want to know about your story. So comment down below, or feel free to send me a DM, either Twitter or Instagram. Both of those screen names are always in my description box, so just head over and let's chat about it. Continue to pray for me that I feel better and feel okay to go to work tomorrow. I hope you have a healthy, productive Monday, and I will see you tomorrow.
If you found this page, don't be sorry. They call me the young Amari. Keep you entertained like a topic. Got a Vincent Van Gogh going on, call me sorry. Love your light and love your girl. Take a stand to change the world. When it is all said and done, like, comment, subscribe.